I really think that the Palace de France is probably the most amazing window of the French culture that could not be done without a gastronomic table. It's about welcoming, it's about sharing, it's about giving an experience from the arrival until the end, finding a spirit, finding a soul. It's about showing something unique that you will never find somewhere else.
On a global stage, France is widely considered the capital of gastronomy. This culinary excellence is a principal component of the French art du vivre, the art of living, where food, culture, and hospitality seamlessly come together. The Palace de France embody this tradition with exceptional cuisine at the heart of their identity, showcasing some of the finest dining experiences that the country has to offer.
Gastronomy is an important part of making the palace in France. In the history of France, the gastronomy has always played a huge and important role. The chef Carême and then the chef Brillat-Savarin were the example of bringing the savoir-vivre and cuisine of France in the world. The Palace of France have inherited this important piece of hospitality.
Nous avons une histoire gastronomique très forte. Les gens du monde entier viennent pour goûter la cuisine française, qui fait partie du patrimoine. Et c'est très important, effectivement, d'avoir une gastronomie très forte au sein de nos établissements palaces.
The rich history of gastronomy in France is carried forward by the Palace de France, with their exceptional culinary programs serving as a defining element that makes these properties destinations in their own right.
Those hotels, they are not only a destination for hotel guests, but they are a destination also for non-resident guests. They go to the Palace de France when they have a special occasion, when they have a wedding anniversary. The thought is always linked to the Palace de France.
In the Palace de France, we stick to the French art de vivre, which means having a meal as a group with several services, and so spend and probably waste some time around the table. We meet guests that would love to share this kind of moments and experience. They would love to spend some time around the table with their families or their friends.
Gastronomy has unique power to bring people together, and nowhere is this more evident than in France, where food is central to the experience. Travelers arrive in the country, especially to a Palace de France, with high expectations, anticipating the perfect croissant, glass of wine, flawless steak frite or salad niçoise, and of course, an unforgettable tasting menu. The properties must not only live up to their already high reputation, but they must continually strive to surpass it.
We are all about food in France, and when you're dining at a Palace de France, you are expecting and you know you're going to get a certain level of cuisine. And oftentimes the chef, he's been at a palace hotel for decades, and when they change the chef, it becomes, you know, a very exciting event, and it's very thrilling for everyone involved. People come to try this new chef, and it's all about the gastronomy, really, whether it's the more traditional restaurant or a more innovative restaurant. There's often a few options to try, so you could easily spend days dining within your Hotel de France and enjoying every cuisine, every gastronomic experience from the bar to the restaurant.
Our customer come here with the expectation to try in our palace the food that they have read, learned on the book or they have seen. People's expectations are very high, and the clients want to go to a palace to be surprised. So we took that hint and we make it better by surprising them through the presentation or some variation of the taste, but it's really is the essence of art de vivre. Having a selection of food and beverage gives the reputation, the grandeur of the palace, and it also at the same time educate the customer towards a different style of cuisine.
A Palace de France is a destination on its own, so it's very important that each Palace de France offer a great food experience. It could be a multiple Michelin star restaurant or a unique terrace on the seaside.
It's important to have this difference between high level food or Michelin starred food and comfortable food, because also guests here stay for 10 days during high season or stay for 7 days. So we can't have customer only eat Michelin star food. Under one roof, I have Matsui Sanobu, I have Jean-François Piège on the beach with 2 Michelin star with his restaurant in Paris, and also the beautiful pastry of the world champion Cédric Grolet with us.
With a range of dining options, each Palace de France offers something distinct to its location. Whether you choose to cozy up and enjoy casual fare from bed, enjoy dim sum from the best Cantonese restaurant in France, or walk downstairs from your room and dine at a 1, 2, or 3-star Michelin restaurant. And it's not just about variety. The culinary heritage within the Palace is steeped in tradition, rooted in its DNA. Many of these properties boast a legacy of renowned chefs, such as Alain Ducasse, Eric Fréchon, Yannick Eleno, who have shaped the gastronomic landscape, with some chefs remaining in their roles for decades, creating an enduring influence on the culinary world.
We have the 3 Michelin stars since 1977. It's been more than 45 years since we had these 3 stores, but the cuisine has been evolving with its time.
Since 1954, the Maison was known as being a gastronomic destination. We have on site a beautiful 3 Michelin star restaurant, Lavac d'Or. We preserve this history.
On peut aussi imaginer qu'un restaurant, la réputation se fasse sur la longévité. Un chef qui reste très longtemps dans un endroit acquiert une clientèle, une réputation qui fait qu'on retrouve sur la clientèle étrangère des gens qui reviennent chaque année avec d'autres amis pour venir goûter cette cuisine. Donc effectivement, la longévité fait partie de la qualité aussi d'une maison. Le concept du Café Jeanne, il est pour moi très présent dans l'esprit de la construction de ma carrière professionnelle, puisque moi je suis fils d'Aveyronais, mes parents, ma mère cuisinait, on avait un restaurant. Et ça s'appelait un café, ça s'appelait l'ambassade d'Auvergne. Donc il y avait cette volonté de faire au sein même d'un restaurant, d'un hôtel, avoir une cuisine très spécifique, le pur, et d'avoir quelque chose qui était un petit peu côté maison, un restaurant qui ressemble à un café, à l'endroit où j'ai été élevé, où il y avait le patrimoine de la cuisine française, où on peut faire des recettes classiques.
And then there are dining experiences that introduce something truly one of a kind. In addition to Michelin stars and celebrated culinary legacies, some Palace de France offer dining experiences that are entirely unique, concepts and settings found nowhere else in the world. These remarkable experiences elevate dining to new heights while staying true to French gastronomic tradition.
In 2024, I was named Best Pastry Chef in the world. It's totally crazy. The Sarkara is the only 2-star Michelin pastry restaurant in the world. I can't explain what I'm doing. The best way for me to speak about me is to eat my dish. And if you eat my dish, you will understand me better. My word is pastry. So what can be a starter pastry? Maybe I can work with raw vegetables, raw fruits, maybe ice cream, but with some seasoning. And you can think about a proper starter, like a salad with a normal seasoning, but with a couple of tastes of pastry. And I prepare the things for the starters, for the main course, and for the dessert. It's easy. As a chef, I'm always working with traditional dishes, traditional recipe, because I will not create and invent everything. I know all the base of the recipes, and I mix them, I change them. We are in the middle of the Alps, full of nature around us. It's the best place for me to work and to serve my creativity because it's a singular places. My inspiration comes from the mountain, the rocks, the snow, the ice, the wood. I get inspired by the light, by the clouds, by the sun, and I think I am as similar as this place. Pastry has a unique role in French culture because you start the day with a croissant and you will finish the day eating dessert. The experience in the K2 Palace with the pastry starts in the rooms. We propose full boxes with many different pastries. The pastry at the morning for me it's really important. So I am preparing a lot of viennoiserie, some croissants, some pain au chocolat, a lot of different kind, and all the crepes, the waffles, and crème brûlée and mi-cuit, all this stuff à la minute. You need to be fresh and perfect. And after, they can have lunch here. I propose some gastronomic dessert of the bar, like this. Like if you want to have a gastronomic dessert, you can have it without going in a gastronomic restaurant. This is pretty unique. And for dinner, you can have the access to the unique restaurant with 2-star Michelin. We serve a full pastry menu. To have all this program, different kind of pastry in the same place, for me, it's perfect place.
Each Palace de France is taking a different approach to its culinary program, and that's what makes them so exciting. The Palace understand the importance of staying ahead of the curve, constantly evolving to keep the dining experiences fresh and surprising. A prime example of this continuous reinvention is the way renowned celebrity chefs partner with these iconic properties, bringing their own signature styles and finding a unique synergy with the hotel.
The decision to come to work here is very personal. We have the same values of authenticity, generosity, humility, and of course this sense, I think, of welcoming people, make them feel that they are so special and that they are not guests, you know, they are like friends visiting us. I used to work in Côte d'Azur when I was young. It was now 25 years ago. I remember all the beautiful products that I found when I worked over there. That's where I discovered my love for vegetables, and to come back here and to work with our own gardens, but also with all the little producers that we found around. It was, for me, a dream. I fell in love with the place straight away. I knew the family, I knew the building, and I could see what I could bring with a cuisine around vegetables, you know, and I could see all the little stories that I could bring around every dishes, particularly in this part of Provence, which is so humble. You find the best products you can dream about. And straight away, I had this idea to put the light on the vegetables. So I built my menu around vegetables. The protein just come as a garnish. The star, the main product is all the vegetables. We cook the vegetable from A to Z. We try not to waste anything. It's probably the most sincere food that I cook now. Visiting a restaurant in a palace, it's an experience. Just to arrive in the restaurant, you go through the palace and you can stop 10, 20 times in front of a beautiful piece of art with a story, with an amazing artist behind that. So for sure it's so special to have Picasso or Damien Hirst or Basquiat around the corner. For example, when you eat in front of this piece of art from Louis Bourgeois, it brings something to the experience. For me, the experience is complete when you also have something related to art in the dining room. We try to share something special with our approach of the Provençal gastronomy. We worked every day to give a special attention, to give a special story, to give something that they will remember forever. That's what we try to do every day.
The partnership with the celebrity chefs raised the reputation for the Palace of France. For the customer, the celebrity chef brings a totally new dimension. It's important because they see the world in another way. They see the trend, they have other experiences. It creates a sort of a positive energy, and there is a dialogue.
Celebrity chef collaborations bring fresh perspectives and energy, and also highlight the balance the Palace de France strike between honoring tradition and embracing innovation. It's essential for these iconic properties to keep French culinary traditions alive, but also to remain forward-thinking, constantly evolving to stay relevant and surprising. This dynamic approach ensures that the dining experiences are both timeless and in tune with the latest trends, creating a harmonious blend of the old and the new.
To ensure that all these offerings are unique, in every Palace of France there is an exchange of communication between the executive chef, the pastry chef, the restaurant director, the general manager, to understand what the customer are asking. We have a weekly feedback call. We go through all the customer feedback, and then we analyze what can be done differently, what can be improved. It's not only the service, nowadays it's the way we present it, the way we are able to serve it, and the way we are able to make a memory through these services. Most of Palace of France have launched during the history of their hospitality different style of cuisine. We passed by the cuisine where it was the Paul Bocuse's cuisine. We went through the Nouvelle Cuisine, and we came nowadays to a phase where the palace is thinking how we can combine the customer demand that has changed.
We try to melt tradition but also modernity. So of course the meals that we're having at the Michelin star restaurant, they are lighter than they used to be several years ago, but we try to keep on with the traditional recipes and the product.
Je pense que ce qui est très important dans les techniques, c'est que j'ai la chance de grandir entre deux générations, cuisine traditionnelle et cuisine à l'évolution. Donc je pense que maîtriser la cuisine française, d'abord c'est très important pour nos clients, ça nous permet un peu comme un artiste d'avoir une palette aromatique qui est très large, d'avoir des choses différentes, et se promener de temps en temps sur les nouvelles techniques, parce que je pense qu'un chef doit être curieux, il doit regarder un peu tout ce qui se passe, et dans cette palette traditionnelle, il lui ajoute quelques petites touches de couleurs différentes qui vont lui permettre de faire sa cuisine. Moi j'ai été élevé dans les grands palaces parisiens, donc on m'a transmis un savoir-faire que moi-même aujourd'hui je retransmets à mes équipes et à mes collaborateurs pour perdurer cet esprit d'art de vivre à la française.
Just as the culinary offerings at the Palace de France strike a delicate balance between tradition and innovation, the same holds true for their wine and mixology programs. Here, the expertise of sommeliers and mixologists elevates the dining experience even further, pairing exquisite dishes with exceptional wines or creative cocktails that push the boundaries of flavor. Whether curating the perfect wine list or crafting signature cocktails, the Palace de France continue to set the standard in both classic and contemporary beverage offerings.
Alors pour moi, la mixologie, quand on est dans un bar d'hôtel, on s'attend effectivement à ce que la maîtrise des classiques soit faite. La mixologie, pour moi, c'est quelque chose d'un peu sur mesure. On arrive avec quelque chose où quelque part, on donne son palais au barman qui va nous préparer quelque chose en disant « Qu'est-ce que vous aimez ? Du gin, du pamplemousse, des herbes ? Faites-moi quelque chose. » Et là, vous vous laissez surprendre. Donc c'est l'étape d'après. C'est quelque chose qui va vous amener dans une expérience nouvelle. Vous avez l'habitat d'un cosmopolitan ou d'un gin tonic. Ok. Là, ce soir, j'ai envie de me laisser faire, et on vient dans un palace pour ça aussi. Alors, on y ajoute des ingrédients, ça peut être presque de la pâtisserie de bar. Faites-moi découvrir quelque chose que vous avez envie de me faire découvrir, et je vous laisse, entre guillemets, mon palais à votre guise pour pouvoir goûter ce que vous allez me préparer. Pour moi, c'est ça la mixologie.
The wine program is very important for the Palace de France because in every region of our country we have wonderful wines to offer. So it's important that the top hotels, the top destinations show how winemakers are wonderful in France. Interaction with wine is huge because of course you can try the wine at the restaurant, but also just across the road you have a Château Smacé-Lafitte wine cellar. And there is a wonderful cultural aspect in wines because you're not only drinking a beverage, you're also meeting the producer, the sommeliers are pouring the wine, knowing the territory, the geography of the wine regions.
We promote this special art de vivre in the middle of the vineyard, and we even created the word art de vigne, which is the French art de vivre in the middle of the vines.
The role of the sommelier contribute in a palace for the clients having an outstanding experience with a lot of precisions about wines, a lot of knowledges, passion, humor, and a lot of stories about the history of the bottles or the history of the chef's cuisine. And like that, we can imagine the best pairing. For me, I am a flying sommelier around the world. I can select whatever I want for the satisfaction of our guests. So that's very important for a sommelier, the freedom, because like that we can travel around the world without moving. This is the travel by the glass. I can imagine my vision of the wine with boundaries, with a locked mind about the pairings. We want to open the pairing. We want to break the rules. We decided to do something different. You use different wines with the same grapes from other countries, and also it could be the same vintage on the same wine region, but with different grapes. Like that, it's really, really interesting for the guests. We can show and compare different tastes and the different aromas of each grape. We want to break the tradition without forget about the taste, because it's really necessary to have a perfect pairing.
From the perfect wine pairing to an immersive experience in the vines to an unforgettable cocktail at the hotel bar, every detail at a Palace de France is crafted to leave a lasting impression. And the true magic of the properties lies in the memories created for the guests.
The memory I would like the guests to have when they leave and when they come back home, just the feeling that they have spent a unique moment, you know, which was completely different from everywhere else in the world, you know. And once again, it's in the plate, but also in the atmosphere, in the service, in the ambiance. What I love when someone tastes my food is that by years after, he will remember the dish. For sure, for me, it's a big, big, big happiness.
Coming up, we will explore the remaining tenets: the architecture and design, the sustainability practices, and the legacy of these iconic hotels. This was Art de Vivre and Gastronomy, the French art of living through culinary greatness of the Palace de France.